What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. Speaking of subscriptions, if you haven't subscribed yet to my new true crime channel, Sinister Intent, in the description box below is a link. You can click the link and it'll take you right to the channel page. We'll air the first episode, the first of next month, which would be 5 days from now, 6 days from now. Anyway, yeah, in the description box, you can hit the link and then it'll take you to where you guys can subscribe. Now, I appreciate everybody that's subscribed so far. Now, I want to get into some news, man. This is horrific news. I just seen this and it's been out for a while. You see this man up here? In fact, let me begin by saying this. It takes a certain type of person to know somebody, share laughs with them, good times and bad. Know that the person has good character or is a nice person, loved and respected by a lot of people, and in a fit of anger or disagreement, take their life. I want to introduce you to this guy up here. This guy's name is Sam Rory Jr. And this guy right here has a hold or a $1 million bond, right? And he's charged with first-degree murder. This story is out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out Charlotte. And he's accused of killing this woman here. But the way he did it makes this story all the much more messed up. This woman, may she rest in peace, her name is Glendina Dixon. I think they said she was 47 years old. Let me look up here. 47-year-old Glendina Dixon. Supposedly, she walked into a QT, a Quick Trip, which is a gas station they have out there, a Quick Trip at 11 something at night. This guy followed her into the women's bathroom and beat her head in with a hammer. And there were people inside the women's restroom when he went in there and did this. Take a look at this story and we'll come back and talk about it.
Begin with an investigation into a brutal murder in the Queen City. Thank you for sticking with us tonight. I'm Vanessa Rufus. CMPD says tonight that victim, Glendina Dixon, was killed with a hammer inside a gas station. This all unfolding Sunday at the QT on Trailer Drive that's just off of I-85. And since then, officers have arrested this man, Sam Rory, for the crime. WCNC Charlotte's Austin Walker has been gathering new details from police and joins us with the latest at this hour.
So we are learning that Rory and Dixon did know each other, though that motive is still unclear at this time. We did speak to Dixon's family today, who say, yes, they are extremely distraught and upset by this loss, but still ask that question, why? The Quick Trip gas station operating as normal Tuesday. But a grim scene.
That's actually kind of scary.
Lingers. Late Saturday night at around 11:15, according to CMPD, 47-year-old Glendina Dixon walking into the QT. Surveillance video shows she was followed by 53-year-old Sam Rory. After a few moments, the footage shows Rory returning to his black truck in the parking lot, grabbing a hammer and going back inside. The camera shows Rory following Dixon into the women's bathroom. The cameras don't capture the next part. CMPD says 911 dispatch receiving a call from someone inside one of the bathroom stalls saying she heard a noise. She left the stall and saw Dixon bleeding from the back of her head, blood covering the floor. CMPD and medic arriving on scene, pronouncing Dixon dead. Security video shows Rory in the bathroom for only 40 seconds before he was seen exiting the bathroom, returning to his truck and driving off.
Seeing that people can do that, or are those type of people?
A scary scene, leaving some wanting to stay extra aware.
And there aren't enough police, I don't think, to monitor all gas stations.
I spoke with Dixon's family, who says they are torn up by the loss, leaving them to wonder why. CMPD has not released how the two know each other, but we wanted to see that security video ourselves, so we did reach out to Quick Trip. Quick Trip says that we could get that video through CMPD, but CMPD tells us they would not release that video because the investigation is still ongoing. In Charlotte, Austin Walker, WCNC Charlotte.
And we start this Off here at 11 with this story. The first time now we are hearing from loved ones of the woman found dead in a QT bathroom last weekend. Police say a man followed Glendina Dixon into the gas station, then bludgeoned her with a hammer. WCNC Charlotte's Anna King spoke with Dixon's friends and family at a vigil tonight about how they are coping with this tragedy. Anna.
Yeah, family, friends, and loved ones in the community got the opportunity to come together to remember Dixon for the impact she had on their lives.
It's hurting. I guess we'll just have to leave it in God's hands for right now.
Many gathered at Camp Green Park to say their goodbyes to 47-year-old Glendina Dixon.
We don't understand why. We want to know why. I'm angry. Like I say, God say you have to forgive. Right now, I can't forgive because she didn't deserve it.
You met Thelma, she liked you, you got a friend indeed.
Dixon's life was cut short last Saturday night at the Quick Trip on Trailer Drive. Investigators say she was followed into the bathroom by 53-year-old Sam Rory, who beat her with a hammer.
She was a lovable person. What could she have done to be done the way she was done? She was a lovable person. I'm gonna miss her and I love her.
It just won't be done.
At the vigil, there were candles lit, prayers, and long hugs, as they tearfully provided comfort to each other in her memory.
It's hard. It's just very hard because, you know, stuff happens, but we would never be looking for nothing to happen like that to her. Thelma was full of life. She was full of joy.
Now the family's left trying to figure out why and how to move forward.
And officials are asking that anyone with information that can help them with this investigation contact them at 704-334-1600.
A man who served 6 years in prison for murder is now in the Mecklenburg County Jail, charged in another separate killing. Well, officers arrested 53-year-old Sam Rory on Sunday and then charged him with first-degree murder. Officers got a call from a woman around 11:15 Saturday night who said that she was bleeding in the bathroom of the Quick Trip at North Graham Street and I-85. Well, they found Glendina Dixon now dead a short time later. Investigators say surveillance video shows Rory following her into the store and then going back to his vehicle, then retrieving a hammer. So they believe Rory beat Dixon to death in the bathroom. And court records now show that Rory was convicted of second-degree murder in 1989 and then served 6 years of a 15-year sentence.
And so anyone that was convicted prior to 1994 had an opportunity, even for murder, to be out within 15 years. And so that you're seeing folks get that more and more, where there's only a couple left, that people that were charged and convicted with murder prior to 1994 have done their whole time, and then they can get released.
And of course, that was our chief legal analyst, Clive Rhodes, giving us insight about this case. Rory's now being held on a $1 million bond. His next court appearance is pending.
Guys, little is known about this situation in this case, and it says if you know anything about it, call CMPD at 704-432-8477 and ask to speak to a homicide detective. This is cruel. It's cruel. Now, they did say they knew each other, so I don't know if they were in this car together or he saw her or whatever, but they said he went in there and he came back out and then went back in. So I don't know what the motive is. Nowadays, motive don't even mean nothing. People will kill you for breathing in the opposite direction than them. She knew this guy, Sam Rory, 53 years old, a couple of years older than me. You think he had a lick of sense? Did you see the balloon release and the vigil they had? It was a lot of people out there. A lot of people loved this woman, cared about her. He knew this. What goes off in somebody's mind where they lose all reality of everything around them to where they just focus on killing somebody that they knew. It's the wildest thing to me. See his background. Now they said he's on $1 million bond, held, convicted of second-degree murder. What, 1989 or 85? I can't remember when they said it was in the 80s. Served 6 years of 12 years. You murder somebody that's gonna give you 12 years, you only serve 6. That's a hell of a deal. Oh, with these new guidelines and stuff, that's the problem we have out here. People like this, when you take your human life, you should not be allowed back in society, period. And if they had did that, this woman, Glendina Dixon, would still be alive. Why does he have bond? He killed a woman that he knew in the most vicious way. Hit her with a hammer, beat her head in the thing with a woman in the stall. Woman called 911. Came out the stall, pool of blood on the floor, back of the woman's head bashed in. Make it make sense. You can't. You can't. The main goal of a demon is chaos. I don't know what made this man do this, but I mean, prison's nothing new to him. So his punishment need to be just as severe as what he did to this woman. Did you hear the people, the men speaking? And shout out, it was men speaking. Yeah, she was a good person. If you was a friend, you had a friend for life with her. Other dude said, man, it's hard. You know, they tell you to forgive, but it's hard to forgive this. And that's the truth. That's the peril that a lot of people that, you know, are religious go through, where the Bible tells you to forgive and give people second chances and stuff like that. But how do you give a second chance to this? You can't. She was only 47 years old. She had a lot more life to give and a lot of more people to bless with her presence and smile. And now she's not here because this demon felt as though for some reason he had to take her out of here instead of himself. This is upsetting. I can't stand seeing a bunch of people sitting around and cry about somebody that was a good person or good to them at the hands of somebody that done something. This guy killed before. It was nothing for him to do it again. Now he's sitting up in jail wondering how much time he gonna get this time. Because remember, you're only as good as the last time, your last prison bid. So he probably think he gonna get out sometime soon because of the new laws. Then again, tomorrow they'll have another law where he can get out tomorrow. He shouldn't have no bond. Shouldn't have no breath neither if it was up to me, because this type of stuff is BS. You attacked this woman from behind, Pearl Harbored her with a hammer in a public place. How hateful is that? Like I said, may Glendina Dixon rest in peace, man. Prayers and condolences to the family, man. Shout them out. You know what I'm saying? I was in Charlotte. They showed me nothing but love both times I went. And in fact, 3 times I went. You know, Tony from there. I never seen a person out there acting like an a-hole at all. I'm not saying they don't exist. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, it was a nice atmosphere. The people was friendly, and the subscribers I met and all that stuff, they showed me crazy love at the meet and greet, man. I got nothing but love to say about Charlotte. But this right here, come on, man. Come on. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.